It's at 937 Hartford's number one for hip hop and R&B. This is the Beat of CT. My name is Jenny Boom Boom. DJ Michi, my co-host, is here with me today. What up, Meech?
What's up? Good morning.
And today we're talking to my friend Regina Hudson from the Lady Soldiers organization. Hi there, Regina. How you doing?
Hey, Jenny. Hey, Michi. Thank you so much for having me today.
Of course.
So I first met Regina on my Small Business Tuesday show because of her organization is just growing like crazy. But I thought she'd be great for this show because she's doing such great community work for women in this area. So tell us a little bit about Lady Soldiers, the organization.
So Lady Soldiers, it was actually founded in 2019. It really started off with a book. So it started off with a book of 5 women, so myself included, and we wrote our stories of survival, basically, but more to encourage women that really you can overcome anything. We as women go through so much and have so many obstacles, but yet we are still expected, raise your child, put food on the table, go to school or, get a good job and be mentally stable. But, when you're in those obstacles of domestic violence, toxic relationships, single motherhood, cancer, so many, miscarriage, so many different things that we face, but yet people don't even know that. Looking at me, maybe even looking at Jenny, but yet you have no idea what we have been through to get to where we are today. So that's how Lady Soldiers started, but we are evolving into an organization that offers many different things to help women. License to carry classes, a baby food and baby formula drive for single moms. We are getting into the self-defense workshops as well. And also refuse to be a victim, mental health conversations and healing workshops. So, we're evolving and we're growing, but our whole mission is just to let women know that you're not alone, but also encourage you to take your power back. We can create the life that we deserve. We can create the life that we want. So just, you kind of got to just step up to the plate and take your power back.
So Regina, let's start with the book. How did you guys get the idea for the book originally?
So I am the founder of Lady Soldiers. So I was honestly in a rough time in my life. I had just left a relationship, so I was now a single mom. I had lost my job, so I was financially struggling. So there were a lot of different factors. My mental health was, suffering. But I knew that I wasn't the only one. I try to network and I try to be around positive people. So knowing other women who are strong, just like me, but kind of, going through some things. So I started reaching out to a few friends, Chauncey Hill, Melanie Nunez, Jana Liz Zabral, and Sonia Quiles, who are all survivors in different ways. And they agreed to submit their stories. We got the logo created, the book cover, and we just, went all in and got this book done. It's called The Book for All Women, an anthology. So an anthology is a book of short stories from different people. So The Book for All Women, an anthology, Lady Soldiers, short stories of motivation and survival.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about the book, some of the themes that are in that book.
Mm-hmm. So, self-esteem battles, which I feel like is so common, especially, for our youth and for our teenagers. And that was one of my things growing up, that it was really hard for me to kind of find that self-love and, get high self-esteem. Because, I was struggling with self-awareness and things like that. So self-esteem, single motherhood, domestic violence, miscarriage and stillbirth. Our author, so the second one to join was Chauncey Hill. She gave birth to her daughter at 8 months. She was rushed to the emergency room, gave birth, and her daughter was not living. So just the emotional and mental battle that she faced after that. was, it was just very, very hard for her. But now she says that she feels like her daughter passed away so that she could really live, because, now she's kind of bloomed into an artist, so she uses her passion and she uses her pain to create. And that's, one of Lady Soldier's things as well, like turn your pain into purpose. So that was Chauncey's story. Melanie Nunez, her sister at the age of 21, I'm pretty sure, her sister was 21 years old, was actually murdered by her boyfriend. They hadn't heard from her for a couple of days. The school reached out and said that she had not been present. And, the police search started and they found her body burned in a park.
Oh my God.
Yes. And she actually started a nonprofit in her sister's name called the Jasmine Nunez Foundation to combat domestic violence. We have Jana Liz LeBrault, who at the age of 18 was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer, 18 years old. But she is here with us. She's surviving. She's thriving. And then we have Sonia Quiles, who moved at the age of 18 from Puerto Rico. She knew no English. She was a single mother. She moved to the US with her 6-month-old baby. She didn't even have winter clothes and it was the middle of winter. She, had to find an apartment. So, we all just tell our stories, but really to encourage women, no matter what you are going through, you can get through it.
It's amazing. Well, Regina, where can you go to purchase your book? Where is it available? You have a website or?
Yep. So our website is theladysoldiers.com. Right at the top, there's a purchase book button. And then there's also a page that explains our book. You can click the button again, purchase book, but our book is mainly sold on Amazon. But if you click that purchase book button on theladysoldiers.com, it brings you right to Amazon.
Okay.
So you guys are centralized in Springfield, but you're also growing and now moving into Connecticut and providing workshops and all kinds of things for women in this area. So talk to me about what's going on with Lady Soldiers.
Yeah, so Lady Soldiers, so we are based in Springfield, but we are starting to integrate into Connecticut. So really what we started with, just because we know how much battles that we're facing, we started with the mental health as well as kind of the physical fitness piece. So mental health, actually tomorrow we have a live on Instagram with a life coach and motivational speaker, Latoya Bosworth. So we do lives from time to time, talking about healing, using affirmations, but then we also have the other piece of us, which is kind of that physical safety piece. So we've started with license to carry classes. Really though, is your home, do you have cameras? Do you have an alarm system? They say every 13 seconds, a home invasion happens in the United States, every 13 seconds. So, single mothers, women, who live alone. So we really wanted to kind of make women more aware. So we started with the LTC classes. So those are currently being held in Springfield, but in May, we may be moving to the Connecticut area. We are also planning, we're hoping to launch our self-defense activities actually this month for Women's History Month. So, anyone who's interested or just wants some information, feel free to subscribe to our website, which is theladysoldiers.com. And we are also on Instagram at Lady Soldiers Worldwide. But, the mental health piece of healing, affirmations, we do affirmation challenges from time to time, asking women, write it down 20 times a day. I am worthy of health, wealth, and love. And then tomorrow you're going to write down another one. Send us pictures. If you do it for a whole 2 weeks, we're sending you a gift. So we try to encourage. We have motivational speakers. we do lives, and then our license to carry classes, and we'll soon be moving into the self-defense piece as well.
Hmm. I love the fact that you're targeting mental health issues because I think it's just so incredibly important. You know, speaking from my perspective, a mom, and I work and I've had trauma in my life. Having that support, especially from other women, I think is incredibly important.
Mhm. Yes, definitely. And even recently, we had a conversation with, we've actually had two different conversations, Whitney Dodds and Jocelyn Saylor, who are both mental health therapists. Their target market is women because one, therapy isn't, it's not spoken about enough, but it's also almost looked down upon.
Yes.
So we're really trying to change that narrative of, you know, taking control of your mental health. And if you need help, go get it. And there's nothing wrong with that. You know, we all need help at certain times of our life. So, you know, just take control, because if not, you know, you're going to go downhill. So get the help that you need. If you need a therapist, if you need a life coach, if you need a mentor, you know, but it's really time for us to take our power back and, you know, stop repeating that cycle. Because 90% of the time it's a cycle that we go through.
Yeah. And women, we just tend to just keep going and, you know, and we're very unselfish. We give all of ourselves to our families, our friends, and everybody else needs it. Right. So, and it's funny because somebody once said to me, you have to take care of yourself first in order for you to take care of everybody else. But I think we forget that a lot of times.
Right, right. Well, again, just like you said, it's like, you know, we have families, we have children, we have to make sure the household is maintained, we have to make sure the bills are paid. So to do all of that and take care of yourself, or put yourself first, sometimes it seems like it's not obtainable. But, you know, again, it's just we have to change the narrative, because if we are mentally healthy and healthy, you know, physically and in all areas, then we can be better for our families, for our households.
Right. Yeah.
That's amazing. Now, you know, just seeing all the great programs that you guys have and everything that you guys have been doing from, you know, starting with a book and then now getting into, you know, just being able to succeed as far as just helping women on the front line. As far as just looking from the outside in, like, how can I get involved? Or if I'm somebody that wants to get involved, just supporting the lady soldiers, how do we get involved that way?
So you can contact us through our website. You know, there's a link to send us an email or become a subscriber, and you can send us a message. But really, right now, we are looking for volunteers. If I could connect with someone in the CT area to kind of help me get programs up and running. So volunteers, definitely. You know, I'd love to connect with also other women's groups who are already doing things, and let's collaborate, let's make it bigger. So volunteers, other women's groups, you can financially donate. There's a donate button on our website. You know, any donations that we receive are either going to go to the baby food and baby formula drive, or they're going to go to sponsor a woman to take the LTC class for free. You know, she could be a domestic violence survivor or sexually abused survivor. So possibly an LTC class for free, or once we start our self-defense classes, a free class as well. Another thing, I think I touched all areas, but another thing that I'm really looking into now is grants. Because if I can get grants for this, you know, we will offer low cost or no cost self-defense classes, you know, mental health, again, you know, mental health activities and things like that. So, you know, step by step, but, you know, if you're interested in helping or supporting us, you know, contact us via email or subscribe and send us a message. And, you know, we're willing to take any help that we can get, because we want to grow this as much as possible, because we really do feel like it's needed nationwide, internationally. You know, it's needed everywhere.
So I wanted to touch it again upon this baby drive, the baby items drive. Tell me about that.
Mm-hmm. So the baby food and baby formula drive, I mean, COVID has impacted us all severely, but definitely has hit some families hard financially. So the baby food and baby formula drive, we're collecting unopened cans of baby food and baby formula. We've even gotten some donations of diapers, and we're delivering them to families in need. So the families in need can complete the form that's on our website. So there's a form on our website saying name, address, how old is your child, what do you need for your child? And then if you want to donate, we have specific locations. They are all small businesses. So, we want to collect items for this drive, but we also want you to walk into a small business and see what that business is about. So we have Novalicious Beauty Bar, which is a braiding school and hair salon. We have Lids Live Well, which is a fitness center. And then we also have, I'm forgetting. We have 2 other locations. Unfortunately, I can't think of it off the top of my head, but it is in the Springfield and Chicopee areas. Maybe we could, if again, we're willing to expand. Maybe we could find a location in Enfield to make it easier for CT people if they want to contribute. I'm pretty sure we have 4 drop-off locations, but we also will come pick up, because we deliver the items as well. So, the drive has been going well. The more support, the better though. So.
Great. So who can be a part of Lady Soldiers? What's the criteria, Regina?
Anybody can be a part of Lady Soldiers. Another thing we'd love to do is to get a teen program up and running and have, teen soldiers or something of that sort.
Regina, I was going to actually ask you about that because, I feel like this might be something great for young women to get involved in, teenage girls.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, our children are our future, right? So if we take some responsibility of coaching them, of, kind of guiding them, but even having them volunteer in some of these activities, I think it'll really show them like, oh, wow, like, just some of the things that we have faced, and we don't want the cycle to continue. So we don't want our teens and younger girls to go through what we went through, but the only way it's going to stop is if we attempt and, really make an effort to stop it. So, we'd love for teens to get involved, but anyone can join. There's no age requirement, but also there's really no sex requirement as well. If you want to help us with the baby food and baby formula drive, if you have an option for a women's group for us to connect with, any information that you have for us, again, or if you want to help with the food and formula drive or any ideas you have, we're open to any and everything and any type of help. We are a very small team. We're a team of 5, but it seems like it's starting to, reduce a little bit, or everybody has their personal things going on. So any help is great.
So, with everything that you guys have going on and just the success of the book, is there any plans of maybe another book on the way or anything like that?
Oh yes, and that was my first and that was my first goal for Lady Soldiers, was multiple books of different women and different stories. I mean, I'll just say it was partially inspired by Chicken Soup for the Soul. But this is a new generation, and this is real, this is raw, this is things that every woman is going through, or someone who is going through it. So definitely, we'll actually probably within the next 2 months be taking applications for the next book. We want you to submit who you are, tell us a little bit of your story. But the next book will be released within the next year. So, this is Lady Soldiers. I have the copy here. This is the first one. There will be many more. but that's just one piece of Lady Soldiers. You know, the book is one piece. And we have, you know, it was never in our intentions to do, really, it was never thought of in the beginning, self-defense, license to carry, mental health, but it's just evolved, to be honest. And I feel like it's all so connected. So we're definitely growing, and another book will be out soon.
That's great.
Well, Regina, you are just continuing to amaze me. This is just such a wonderful thing. And, you know, and you touched upon something a second ago that I just really want to, really want to emphasize, is that women, especially, they see cycles, they see things that happen in their homes growing up, and they go through things. And a lot of times, you talked about breaking that cycle, and it's hard for us until we really realize the fact that we saw our mothers going through things, or our aunts, or the other women in our lives, and we thought it was acceptable. It's really great that you're working on breaking those patterns, because, we as women, we get that influence from the other females in our lives. And when we've seen really terrible things, that becomes kind of like the norm for us, right? So the fact that you're pointing that out and trying to change, those types of cycles, that's just so incredibly important. I love the fact that you're doing that, because, we as women will sit around and talk about, maybe we're having bad relationships. And one of the things that I can always say is, I have nobody that has ever shown me a great relationship. So I don't even know how to have a great relationship. I don't know what a great relationship is. Right. So I just love the fact that you guys are having these workshops, and, you have life coaches on, and you're talking so openly and honestly about all the things that affect us. And it's just such a wonderful thing. And I just love the fact that you guys are doing that.
Thank you so much. I also wanted to just say quickly, the reason the whole book was inspired as well is because, just as you said, we've seen it in cycles or in generations, domestic violence, single motherhood, but also kind of holding on to anger. That is something that is so just generational. So that was the purpose of this book also, is to talk about it. Let it out, talk about it, and you may be saving someone else if you do let it out, and if you do talk about it. Because a lot of the women that I know from my past, they never talked about it. And
right.
But it's still in your mind. It's still affecting you. So it's like, the only way to let go of something is to kind of just let it out, heal, and move forward, and not repeat that cycle. So, we're all about just, it doesn't matter what you've been through. We are not going to judge you. We are not, but we are also not perfect. And no relationship is perfect either. But it's all about just progress. And, so one step at a time. There's so many things I want to do, and I want to connect with all of these people. And, Jenny, you're amazing though, because you every day, right, you are kind of in the limelight, or, you're on the radio, and you show up, you step up to the plate. So we appreciate you for kind of being a connection now for us in Connecticut, and, kind of maybe supporting us a little bit.
Well, anything that I can do to help out. I believe in your movement, and I'm just excited about it. What is your website?
TheLadySoldiers.com.
TheLadySoldiers.com. That's where you can purchase their book, find out all about their workshops, and everything else that they have going on. And donate too. There's a big donate button on there. So make sure to hit that button when you get on that website. Please help out.
Yes. We appreciate any support. Again, Jenny, DJ Michi, we appreciate you guys for having us on. And again, please donate, please support, and any ideas, or if you'd like to volunteer and help us get started,